Captain's Vlog, starting on February 17th, 2026. Hello, class, and welcome back to another episode of Talkshow at Night. I am your co-host, Catalina, and my host, Creation, aka Lucario, is also here with us, so he wishes you all a hello to you guys. So now, before we get started for this special topic that we're about to talk about, um, this topic, before we get started, is about somebody who is supporting the disgusting adventure team community, and we found some info from this user that we are going to present shortly. But before we do get started, but there's a little bit of a story that we found that we like to share for both me and Creation, which I know he'll probably send it in the chat in the DMs for me, so that way I can read it out to you. So, all right. So to begin, I just want to start off with something about a user that I'm completely unaware of. So, if for people that don't know who this person is, this person goes by the name CTC Productions. His real name goes by Connor Meditz, if I'm right. For the histories that I've heard about this guy, all I do know that he supports the adventure team community for all I know, and he wishes that people who have autism like myself should deserve better when clearly his actions is what's making him look like a joke. Because he's being getting called out numerous times by another user that I have a documentary upon that has all the info upon Connor's actions, and I don't know what to say about this man, about Connor, because I barely know this dude, because all I know is that he was bad news to me to begin with, and I don't know what to say about him at this point. But we do got some information upon his actions from users that were calling him out for the last couple years, months, or something, but we do have a playlist upon his actions that we have a playlist from that I will basically present to you guys when we get to that point because yes, it is very sickening for what this person is doing, and yes. I do want to point out one thing about Connor, that I get it, he supports the adventure team community as much as these people do and stuff like that, but these people who are against it, they have the right to say something about it and to put an end to this community, because yes, it's sickening, it's toxic, and it's very, very bad news. So I want to give you a little side note that there will be some parts that will be concluded to this presentation, so do keep in mind, because I got all this information from Creation last night, and I would like to make sure we get this all situated before we do. And we do have a Google Slide documentary upon it, but before we do, we have special videos that we have gathered here that we just found quite interesting, and there are some victims who were a part of Karna's actions. So for people that don't know, and I'm going to present this to you, class, so hear me out. This is a user who has also been targeted from Connor Meditz, aka CT Productions, and stuff like that. So, if you guys don't know who Jedi Griffin Pictures is, this man goes by the name Ben Maza. He is a individual who despises the adventure team community and has called out Connor numerous times, especially on community tabs. And apparently, he's justifiably so messing up till he is. And I do want to read this out loud. It says here, class, this is the call, excuse me. This is the call when myself, Flutterio, and Cosmic have a call on Connor Meditz, aka CDC Productions, where we ask him questions and he admits up to a few things. This call took place on October 30th of 2025, and yes, this call was nearly an hour long. So, you all might want to grab popcorn, your favorite drink, and any artist who subscribes to me to have your tablets ready, because this is going to be an interesting call, and yes, there will be some yelling during at the end of the call. I do not apologize. Disclaimer, do not harass or attack Connor Meditz. The purpose of this call is to confront Connor the last time, and the public awareness of his unhinged and unchanging behavior. And I stand by to everything I have said about him and towards him. As Cosmic stated in the call, he needs to reflect, leave the internet, and live an actual life. After the call, I have blocked Connor on Discord and will block him on other medias as well. Because as stated in call, I'm tired of dealing of his unhinged behavior and his actions towards me, and I advise everyone to do the same. And then for down here, this is basically where all the links to all this info about Connor that I will basically add into my playlist when I get the chance. But I did want to say a few words that, yes, we will get to some of these parts eventually, and there are some that basically will get very clingy, but I think there are some stuff in here that I think I got into the playlist that I did. I think this might be the one link that I'll add into the playlist when I can, but for now, we're just gonna get to the serious part, to where the serious excuse from his point of view gets very, very bad. So I'll get there in a second. Just let me just find that perfect thing real fast. Hold on.
Autism.
Okay, I think this is where he brings up his autism. So here we go. So here, I'll rewind this quite a bit, because this is where they basically lost their shit, where they're getting sick and tired of his autism excuse. Where, yes, I've seen this full video upon this, and then if you wish to watch it on your own terms, on your own time, you can. But I'm just going to show this to Creation, because he hasn't seen this before, but all I know is I'll let him watch the whole thing on another time, but I will get to that point when I can. So with that being said, let's get to the serious part, and let's begin, class. So viewer discretion's advised. Viewer beware.
Twitter. You even did that in our community, in our conversation, our community tab, which I happily screen cap those, by the way, which you try to put words in my mouth that I'm making fun of your autism, air quote.
I also want to testify this, like, Ben has the right to say something that he's not using autism as an excuse, because there was no fucking proof of where Ben uses autism as an excuse, as a shield towards anybody. Like, he never even brought autism, not even once, to his fucking confrontation, but no. So basically, Mr. Weasel right here, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Weasel, Connor Meditz, the Weasel here, was trying to freaking twist words into his mouth, thinking like, oh, he's the victim and blah blah blah, when clearly that's fucking bullshit. Like I said, no offense, but that's fucking bullshit. So that's complete dog shit out his ass. So, yeah.
Which, again, give me a second to get that said.
Who else other than himself has brought up his autism? I'm so confused.
Okay, before I carry on, whoever was speaking, this person right here is Cosmic right here, ladies and gentlemen. And if I'm pronounced correctly, I believe Cosmic is a female. If I'm right, I am not 100% sure, but if I do offend the gender's name, or gender's, excuse me, brain fart, excuse me, if I pronounce your gender wrong, Cosmic, if you're watching this video, I do greatly apologize. I am so sorry. I'm just bad with words today. So sorry. And then also I want to point out, this person here with the Fluttershy icon, this is Flutterio, my friends. Flutterio is also to another victim upon Connor's actions, and was wanting to confront him directly in the call with these three about his actions. And yes, she too is also against the Adventure Team community, and so is Cosmic. All three of these people here are against the Adventure Team community, so which, good, they are on the same page where I'm talking about, and yes, I'm against them too, since I already talked about it on episode 1 and 2, and there will be another episode of Talkshow Night where we discuss another Adventure Team community topic when the Adventure Team Cringe compilation 3 comes out this summer, so do keep your eyes peeled for it. But yeah, but anyway, but with this topic here, yes, it gets very bad later on, so I will get to that point when I can. So with that being said, I'll continue so I can let creation take notes. So yeah, so again, viewer beware. So yeah.
Nobody. That's the thing, Cosmic. Nobody has.
LB has brought up
Then
his own.
why are you on the internet?
The silence speaks volume for itself, doesn't it, class? Yes, that basically knows, like, when he's silent, he knows that he's not leaving. So that confirms that he's gonna be a troll towards everybody who talks shit about him. Like, there's one thing I want to testify. When he says, treat others the way you treat them, that clearly means, like, if you treat them horribly, they will treat you fucking like shit. I don't do any of those. All I do is I make show content to prove people what they're doing is either the right thing to do or what people that needs to be called out is a right thing to say and discuss my experience and my thoughts about them, even if for people that I don't know. I just want to put into effort to tell them like what I'm saying is all true for all the gathering of the evidence that I've gathered upon Connor's actions is all true. And yes, this is a new serious topic for me about his actions, but hey, at least I'm trying to be clear for the things I'm about to say about him, which I will get to that point sooner than later. So yes, it gets more crazy. But yeah, but to confirm, he's just being quiet playing the silent game, so he knows he's getting caught, so I wouldn't do that if I were you, Connor. So I'd rather say, why are you still on the internet? I just would have said, because, well, I know you said you wanted to change when clearly you're fucking yourself over because I've seen what you did. I've seen all the info for what Ben here gathered. And yes, no, you're no goody two shoes to my point of view. You're a fucking scary dude who needs to be taught a lesson when you need to seek some help. Truly. And I'm gonna be honest, you need fucking help. So, but yeah, anyway, carry on.
I think the silence
Don't
speaks
know.
for itself.
Don't know. Are you kidding me? Boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, Connor, I'm sorry, but did you really think that you're gonna say I don't know? You know, I've seen people do something like that. Okay, one, I don't want to hear another I don't know out of you because you are just like the same level as another ex-friend who did the same stupid shit and using I don't know as an excuse. No, that's retarded. And I don't want to yell or scream about your behavior, but no, shut that fucking trap of yours and show us that you really want to change. Like, if you want to change, leave the internet. That's why there's a leave button to begin with. But no, you don't fucking care. So I'm gonna shut up now and continue on so I can let creation take notes. So, yeah, I'm gonna shut up right now because you're about to get my blood boiling, dude. This is where we are at our wits' end with Connor's crap during the session of the call. And we're just done at this point. Mostly, I was done with his crap. And yes, to confirm, he was pretty pissed, ladies and gentlemen. He was pretty pissed. So I can't blame this man. I really can't blame him. So yeah, he has the right to be mad, so yeah, let him.
Okay, Connor, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting really fucking tired of hearing I don't know. That's bullshit.
Exactly my point, Ben. Exactly my point. At least somebody who understands. Good. And I'm happy with. Good.
That's
Something I
You know,
bullshit.
I count that as silence because the silence speaks for itself.
There's something I also want to point out that, Connor mentioned. I keep coming back and doing the same thing. Do you realize that if you come back and do the same thing, nothing will change? It's like me having the same cereal every single day and expecting the cereal in the bowl to change just miraculously. Buying the same cereal and then expecting a different cereal to pour out just doesn't work like that.
Oh, it's that sanity. the
Connor,
term
leave
of
the
this.
internet.
Insanity means like doing the same thing over and over
Connor,
again.
I know what insanity is.
Expecting-
I'm not dumb.
Connor,
I am not dumb. I know what the word means. Leave the internet. Leave this call. Just go. You're doing the same shit over and over and over again, thinking that magically something will change. Starting stuff, getting rebuttal spirit, being called out for your own actions, using your autism as an excuse, and then going, I'm changing. Leave. Just leave. I don't think there needs to be an end to this conversation formally. Just leave. Just press that hang up button, leave this group chat, leave the internet, focus on this supposed animation career of yours offline, because I don't want to see you again. After the shit you've pulled, just go. Just go, baby. Just press that red hang up button. Just do it.
I've got to say, I agree with her. You know, I 1,000% agree with her.
No, I agree
don't-
with that. I agree with that too. But I have.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have anything else to say, Ben. All he could do at this point, press that big red fucking hang up button.
Yeah, you are dismissed, Connor. You're dismissed.
Just press that hang up button, baby.
Concentrate on life in real life and you're just not ready to be on here at all.
I'm so sorry. I am so
Just
sorry. Why can't
Just
everyone
leave.
just forgive me for once?
Your
Just
actions need to
leave.
speak louder than
Just
words.
press the hang up
You're
button.
dismissed. You're dismissed. You are dismissed. You can leave. You're
Just go.
dismissed.
And then I wanted to confirm at this point, this is where Connor actually left the call, because they used this wallpaper background just for that reason, because I think they might have probably censored their conversation behind it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, so until then, he left the call, so he was nowhere to be found, so it was just these three for the time being at this end of this topic. And then there's a little bit of a little bit of a lore to his story where Ben explains the whole thing, so we'll get to that point in a second, so yeah.
Oh my fucking god. No, and I really.
If I
thank
ever,
God that I
and
got
I'm
that
giving
recorded.
you a warning, if I ever see that little motherfucker around me again, I'm gonna be dealing these hands.
Oh no, I
I'm
can
gonna
understand
be
that.
clapping his cheeks.
Oh no, I can understand that, and I'm tired of dealing with this crap. I'm sick of it. I really am goddamn sick and tired of this
I
crap.
can imagine, because as far as I've heard, he came for you and has not stopped coming for you. And then when he gets called out about it, he sat there going, oh, I'm changing. Oh, I have disabilities. Nobody gives a fuck. Ain't nobody asked. Let me find the people who fucking asked. Are they in the room? Are they in the same
Here's
dimension
the
as us?
backstory. Here we go.
Greetings, class. This is Poseta Ben Masa here. As you all have heard throughout the call, he has lied about some of his serious pedophilia. He also admitted that he had maliciously went after me and made malicious accusations against me, all because of my decade-old stream, and also the fact that I called out the community that he was a part of, which of course he would, because he did not like me calling out a toxic community and a toxic individual like the Misfits. But the point is, Connor throughout this call has been trying really hard to play victim and trying to say that he has changed, but his actions on Twitter, as well as previously on my community tab post, as well as my previous review, speaks a different volume, a different story. He keeps on repeating his behavior, expecting a different result, which is a pure definition of insanity. This right here, class, shows that this individual is extremely unhinged, and this is exactly of the kind of people that you should not be associated with, nor trying to do the same actions that they do. This is malicious and disgusting behavior. After this call, I have blocked Connor on Discord, and I'm also going to be planning to do it on Twitter as well as YouTube. Now, Connor, as Cosmic has said to you in the call, you need to leave the internet and you need to self-reflect. And as I have said to you numerous times on Twitter, as well as my 2 videos in the community tab that I said about you, you need to touch grass, get a job, focus on that career of yours, and I sincerely doubt that you'll ever get this career given your actions online. You need to reflect yourself, live a life, and just stay off the internet, period. If you cannot handle people's criticism, if you cannot control your unhinged behavior, then stay the fuck out. This kind of behavior is completely unacceptable, and this should not be tolerated. At this point, after this, I have officially washed my hands of CTC Productions, and now I have better things to do, that being working on the review of The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, as well as working on normal content on the main channel. I am Ben Mazza, may the force be with you all, and do not act like CTC Productions, because you will regret it.
I know for dang sure I am against CTC Productions because I know the things he's gonna fucking pull is not gonna be very forgiving from my point of view. To where I'm gonna do something about it, to where I will teach this guy a fucking lesson or two, but I'm not gonna harass him or anything. I'm just gonna share all this info for what he's doing behind the scenes, behind closed doors, publicly. So then, before we get to like the other parts from the playlist, there is one video that I forgot to add on to my playlist, but we'll get to it. So, apparently somebody managed to get a very good interview with Connor Meditz, and I'll put this to my playlist, and if you guys want to check out my playlist, I will put that in the description down below if you wish. So with that being said, this is another victim who was a part of Connor's disgusting behavior that he managed to call him out and stuff like that. So, I do want to point out a few things. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so like I said, please do not harass or attack Connor Meditz, because this is just for showcase purposes only for people that wish to be heard and to not be silent, because this show is just for educational entertainment purposes only. So, as I said, we only do this just for entertainment purposes, so we advise you please to not attack and harass. Like we usually say every single topic. Do not harass. So with that being said, we're going to get started with this video. So viewer beware. Viewer discretion is advised. Here we go.
Is he here?
Oh,
Yes, he can. Yeah, motherfucker, finally.
Shut your bitch's ass up, alright?
Hi, Connor. How's it going?
What do you want?
Come on.
Like, thank
Come on, boy. What do you got for me? You say I'm Hitler. Prove it. Come on. Come on.
you just.
Come on, spoof boy.
I don't want to get into this right now. This is toxic.
Yeah, because you're a bitch. That's why. Come on, Connor. You can talk all this shit about me on Twitter, but you can't do it as soon as you're in here with me. Come on. You can say it there. Why can't you say it here? What's the matter?
I'm doing this right now.
Come on. I don't care if you're recording this right now or not. You're a bitch, Connor. And also, too, I love this. You don't learn from any of your fuck-ups, do you?
Dude, I do learn. I am literally taking a break.
No, you don't. You're a fucking bitch. You don't learn nothing. Shut your bitch ass up. You're a bitch, Connor. You can sit there, like, you can say it all you want. You suck. Okay, I have another question for you. Who in the Adventure Team community have I attacked? Who have I attacked? Come on. Yeah, and you said that I did. You said all I did was go after spoofers. So that was a lie too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
No, you're fucking not, bitch boy. Don't try to fucking walk it back. Come on. You're talking this shit now. Talk it to my fucking face, you little bitch. You see, I'm gonna tell you this, son. I am not a Ben Mazza and I'm not Cosmic. I'm not Mr. Nicey Nice. I'm going to tell you straight to your face that you're a straight up bitch, dude. I don't care what you like. And also, too, you want to take my fucking video down on you. That's quite quaint, isn't it? Yeah, you can smother your sister with a fucking pillow, but you can't come after me now, can you, bitch boy?
I'm not going to get into this. I really don't, because I'm trying to move on.
Get into it. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
I also want to testify something for what this person was calling Connor out for. He is doing the best he can to be civil for what Connor is doing is fucking wrong and disgusting. So, I just want to say a few things. Like, I'm surprised that he's doing his opportunity to say a few things to Connor about the things he's saying, but the way that Connor is basically weaseling his way out of this situation and trying to avoid it is completely funny. And it's really laughable towards me because I've literally seen people do the same shit like this. And to me, and I don't want to be very crucial and be honest about it, but me and Creation can confirm this. We both find this let me phrase that. Hold on. We do find this entertainment quite laughable and entertaining for us, to where we find it pretty laughable stock material, to where we find this freaking hilarious and this sort of passion. And yes, truth be told, it is laughable. Truth be told, it still is. And I do find this quite laughable. But the way that Connor's trying to run away from this is still laughable to us, which we do find us more intrigued. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll carry on with the video, so here we go.
Shut your bitch ass up. You're not trying to move on from shit. Because if you did, you wouldn't be fucking sitting here talking and chatting shit. Now that I'm fucking here, let's see you talk shit. Come on, bring your A game, son.
Oh, you really are a troll, aren't you?
No, I'm not a fucking troll. I'm a dude who's on the internet to tell you that you're a loser and you're a piece of no good coward and shit. Also, your videos are trash. Get better editing, fuckboy.
Ouch.
Disgraceful. Fucking disgraceful.
Ew.
Come on, Connor, talk shit. Come on. What do you got? You're gonna sit there and twiddle your thumb.
I don't want to get into this. I'm already trying to move on.
Yeah,
You guys are just being...
that's what you fucking do, you chirp. Come on, chirp your fucking shit, fuck boy. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come the fuck at me, son.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, because you're a bitch, Connor. You
Yeah, and that confirms that he's being a coward right here, ladies and gentlemen. This proves that he's becoming a coward. C-O-W-A-R-D. Coward. Okay, Creation has one point to say about this. He said that the way that Connor tries to weasel his way out of this situation is still laughable, and he still uses autism as an excuse like it's nothing to him, thinking like it's not part of his problem no more, which he finds it quite intriguing. So that's what Creation said. So you're not wrong there, Creation. You're not wrong there. So good point. Thank you. But yeah, this class right here proves that Connor's being a complete dickhead to the Adventure Team Cringe compilation community. So yeah, good luck with weaseling your way out in this one, Connor. This is basically all on you. Because such as somebody who is autistic as myself, I'm one of those people too, and you're offending somebody who has autism. And you're offending me personally. And I hate it. So yeah, if I were you, I would say this now. Fuck around and find out, Connor, because I think these people made memes out of you, and I think Creation, aka Lucario here, is thinking about doing memes upon your actions next. So, yeah, we'll get to that part eventually. So, with that being said, we're almost done with the video, and then we'll put in some theories about this. So, yeah, we'll put into that. So, keep in mind.
You said you were gonna. Also, yeah, you said you were gonna jail me too. Where are my boys in blue at, son? Where are my boys in blue at? Where are they? You promised me boys in blue. Where the fuck are they? I'm looking up and down all over my place. So, like, where are my boys in blue?
Also, who's this real black shadow pony thing?
I don't give a fuck. This isn't about him. This isn't about him. This is about what you have said to me, you little crash out dummy. Oh my fucking god! Shut your bitch ass up, Black Shadow, before I fucking turn you into a statistic.
How about you shut up with the cock?
Make me, you fucking faggot.
Right there. I don't know why. He's just being an idiot.
No, you're the one who's fucking stupid, you goddamn retard. You can sit there and talk all the shit you fucking want. And yeah, you called me an ableist. And yeah, I'm glad you know that I'm more able-bodied than you. Congratulations. I'm glad we can come to that conclusion, friends. No, I'm sorry. You've talked a boatload of shit. And now that you're in here, you're like a whipped puppy bitch. Now that I'm here, talk your shit. Come on, son. Or do you have to be behind a keyboard in order to do it?
I'm not getting into this. Hold on.
You're a fucking joke. That's what you're...
Annoying.
No, it's called... Okay, you came the fucking at me. I didn't come after you for no reason, fuckboy. You came after me. Shut the fuck up. You lying little nip. You came at me crashing out because I fucking made fun of you. Shut the fuck up. Trying to twist the fucking narrative. How dare you? God, you are such... Yeah, as I fucking thought. Get your fucking bitch ass wrecked, motherfucker. Talk fucking shit to me. The fucking audacity.
Props to you. That was magnificent.
That was beautiful. That was fucking.
And you want to get into this? Yeah, fuck you. You can talk it behind a fucking keyboard, but you can't say it to me in here, you fucking bitch.
Guess what? I have that recorded.
To be fair.
Oh, so apparently, Ben Maza was there the whole time. Damn. So they caught him on 4K. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. W for Ben Maza and his crew. That's fucking phenomenal, dude. Alright, cool. So, there's that, ladies and gentlemen. So, we got that into the album. If you wish for that, then you'll be glad to share this for awareness if you wish. So, I'll be glad to put that in the description down below. And then there's a few more histories upon his actions that I would like to point out. Yeah, I think there was one where he discussed it about, let's see, let me see, hold on. I'll get to that point, so give me a second. Let me just, do this real fast. So I'm gonna try something. Give me a minute. Okay, just give me a second. I'm just trying to get this all situated so I can get to the where we found more info upon his actions with another individual that we need to discuss about. Okay, so, for people that don't know who this user is, and hold on, if I can stop the fucking video, stop. Okay, so for people that don't know who this guy is, the smart Lucario is also, too, another individual of Connor Meditz. And the train icon right here is Connor himself. So, this was posted, 11 hours ago. And basically, what I found here is that apparently this individual had made another documentary upon his actions, in which, if I only would ask to get that information from that, I basically would ask for that. But for now, I will basically just let this go. But apparently, for those people that don't know, he too was a part of a serious topic with Connor Meditz, and he basically made a video upon his actions about his response. So, he too is another individual of Connor, in which I do feel appreciably bad for, because for people that don't know who the smart Lucario is, he also has a DeviantArt account called the Riolu Lover, where basically, apparently, I came across one of his freaking Connor meme edits that were pretty hilarious that we'll share at the very end of the episode here, because we have a documentary with his actions upon it, and we'll get to that point eventually. But for this one, we're going to put it into effort about the response for what he did for Connor, and we're going to put it into effort. So with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to the smart Lucario for this information and gathering as much evidence he has upon him and spreading awareness upon his behavior. So with that being said, viewer beware, viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the video.
No, don't give me that look, dude. You're the one who tried to fuck with me. You're the one who tried to have a bunch of people fuck me in the ass and rate me for being retarded. What is wrong with you? I don't care if you don't like my content or if you don't like my stuff or whatever. You're just so.
Here's the response video right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, class. So it says here, my response to Max Jackson, Ben the Half-Blood Pirate, Ben Maza, aka Jedi Griffin Pictures, and Flutter Rio, for making me look bad yet again. Seriously, why are you guys being horrible to me? I apologize for all my past actions and behaviors, and yet this is how you treat me after all this time. I've seriously had enough of you. Either you don't forgive me, blog and report me, and never exist to me again for the rest of my existence, or maybe you're just pissed because I was speaking the truth about being honest. Sorry, you guys don't give a shit. Correction there, Connor. Correction there. And I object. These people here hate your actions because, do you not understand the way that you're using autism as an excuse as you're making my blood boil right here and now? You're lucky that I'm not with you in real life right now, because if I was in your town right now, and this is just an example, so just hear me out. Like, if I was in your state right now, and if I saw you directly in person, I would fucking bitch slap you to where I would give you a massive black eye. Creation here would probably not hold me back for any gratitude because he knows for dang sure you don't deserve to be forgiven and deserve to have to be on YouTube to begin with because you are a fucking creep, you're a PDF file, and you're a monster to the fucking Adventure Team Cringe community. Because unlike you still support that shit, and I, for one hand, I'm against this shit. So I am gonna be justifiably be on freaking Ben Mazza's side for this one, same with Cosmic and Flutterio and these people who are against it, that your actions need to be fucking situated. And if you don't want to handle your situations the way you want to be, then again, there's the fucking door behind you, bitch. Because these people here tried their hardest to make you understand what you're doing is stupid, wrong, and the way that you keep going after freaking Ben Mazza, aka Jedi Griffin Pictures, for the things you're doing, he's literally getting sick of your fucking point of view to begin with. And for me, I really hate your excuse to begin with anyway. Because after the shit you pulled, and after all the shit you just did behind closed doors with these people that you harassed and attacked for, oh hell no. Like, no, that is not fucking funny, dude. And Creation here is saying this message to you. Fuck around and find out if you want to get picked on, Connor. Because you will be the next person to be making a meme out of if you fuck around again. So he's playing fuck around and find out if you want to play. Fuck around and find out, bitch. Fuck around and find out. But anyway, carry on with the video.
Stupid. You're so stupid. Stupid. You're ugly. And
then there's another meme out of that, which, that's funny. That's laughable.
I'm pretty sure you smelled the butts out of, like, all the people in the world. Because you smell like shit.
And then I also wanted to point out one thing. This was also one of the evidence we have gathered in the Google documentary we have upon him. And we'll get to that point eventually, but we want to get to the serious video topics about his behaviors so that way we can get this show situated. So that way these people here can see his true colors. Because Ben Mazza had gathered all the evidence upon him, and we will gladly share that info when we can. Though we are going to skip some chunks that are not relevant because, well, you know, on my own terms, I've seen the whole thing and it's really bad. But I wanted to get to the serious part where it gets very bad, so that way they know. But this part here really made my blood boil too, because as soon as when he said that, he wants to fucking sexually rape somebody to make them put him out of their misery, which, again, that's kind of fucked up if you ask me. Like, ew. Dude. Just because somebody here by the name Bad Crossovers plus other things of, I forgot the whole name, about the freaking despising the Adventure Team community and calling them for freaking mischief reasons, like, calling them out for what? Like, calling them out for being neutral and not giving a shit about your fucking toxic Adventure Team community? Yeah, dude, come on. I get it that you support that, but again, as what people said, you should have not done it to begin with anyway. Like, if you wish to be forgiven, you need to leave these people alone, leave the internet, and focus on your animation career offline for what Cosmic said. And I'm gonna be honest for what Cosmic said. You need to fucking reflect yourself if you wish to be forgiven and to have sympathy. And the way that you fucking white knight people for their actions, like, for example, for what Ben Mazza said, the House of Misfits, are you fucking shitting me? Like, I have heard many histories about what the House of Misfits, aka Ralphie, did, and he is still a disgusting, perverted man. Thinking he's king of the everything he owns, especially Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Like, no, come on, dude, you don't fucking own that shit. These people have their own ownerships elsewhere that belong to them personally, but when you take it away for somebody who owns it, that's making those owners look bad into the fucking viewers. That's literally like breaking my own childhood memories of the shows that I like to watch. That's how people ruined my reputation of that community to begin with. They're ruining my childhood favorites. So yeah, I recommend don't do that.
You perverted fuck? Because you're perverted.
The only funny thing is, when he said perverted, I thought he said reverted. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by reverted? You mean like revert back to normal? Word? I don't know. But anyway, okay, sorry. Got a little carried away. My bad.
You know what? I'm fucking had it.
And here's the first meme that I was talking about. Like, this person here is Connor Meditz, and that's his RL face. Don't know why he has glasses, but he looks like a fucking nerd. Who am I blackmailing you when you keep feeding me like a troll? Plus, this photo is edited. Okay, that's actually funny. That's funny. Okay, Creation said he looks like he's farming with the cows and wanting to get bitches. You could say that, but it doesn't look like he wants bitches. Like, these cows are probably going like, somebody had a moody time. Because somebody had a bad choice to make. Alright, I'm getting away with these puns. So anyway, carry on.
With you. You've ruined my life, and now you're trying to blackmail me by putting that god-awful photo of me being like at my best moment in life and literally taking it as a bad thing and making me look bad. Well, guess what? I'm not dealing with it anymore.
And then this is where the post about Connor saying about my answer revenge on Jedi Griffin Pictures and the smart Lucaria for trying to expose, harass, and bully me for thinking that I'm a low cow turning my own friends in the spoofing community against me. AKA the spoofing community is also a venture team community logic, so there you go. Isolating myself and others from the world from their pretendous campaign of harassment for thinking I'm a menace for society. Seriously, just cry me a river and go fuck yourself. Also, fuck whoever this dynasty really is, because as much as we all hate her, what the trolls are doing in relation to her to others like her is not being peace and justice at all. It is basically beating a dead horse nonstop, whether it is can't get up or it get beaten to death. You know, the only funny thing is when you said beating up a dead horse, like one of my close friends actually brought that topic up, but I don't want to get to the backstory about it because this was not relevant. But the way that you're twisting this info upon their actions, when clearly they were only just doing it just to spread awareness from your actions. Because your actions is what needs to be occurred, Connor. And Mr. Meditz, here's a question I need to ask you personally. Do you not have any sympathy and do you not feel sorry for the people that you've harassed? Do you ever wish to give them sympathy and let them say the things that were true to be heard? And are you just gonna run away like a fucking coward you are? Because to my point of view, you're acting like the same old as another ex-friend who is being a bit flip-floppy. And their name is not gonna be relevant because they're not mattering to this topic. Because, again, it's not fucking worth it. Because this topic is not about, it's not about them. This topic's about you. For all the people that you've attacked, including Ben Mazza and Smart Lucario, you need to fucking self-reflect yourself and need to stop looking down on them. Because you treated them like fucking garbage when they have all that fucking info upon their plates on you. Like, there's nothing to hide from you. Because I'm right now being a little bit stubborn from your actions, Connor. And yes, the way I get stubborn, I get very, very aggressive and very pissed off when you piss my limits. Just seeing this here fucking disgusts me, bitch. This disgusts me.
Or you're the one who should be in jail. You're the one that. Okay, you know what?
And then here is a comment from Connor's freaking channel that he made just because he wanted to do some more spoof content when clearly it's still garbage anyway. For what these people say, it's still garbage and it still is. So I just want to say my little point from this real fast before we get to the big conclusion. Dudes, I suggest you either go away and leave me alone forever, or are you gonna wind up killing yourself? Because all you are is a menace of society, humanity, and even mental disorders and disabilities. First off, Connor, aka CM the Imaginator 5467. Here is one thing I need to fucking ask you, because right now, seeing this, I am very disappointed in you. Because, as what freaking Ben and these people have once said to you, why the fuck do you exist on the fucking platform if you want to treat fuckers like these people like complete fucking shit? Because all you are right now is a laughing fucking joke. Because after all the shit you pulled and attacked these people because you support the Adventure Team community and stuff like that, etc., you really have no balls to show yourself that you can change. You have no fucking balls. No balls. You never do. And there's one thing before I end up lashing out that you have really pressed my fucking buttons, Connor. You fucking pressed my limits. You already did. And I already fucking despise you for that.
I can't deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with your fucking perverted, sick ways ever again. I'm getting the heck out of here and never interacting with you ever again. Because you're...
Dale, I swear to God, if you tell me that one more time, I will fucking murder you. Yeah, no, dude, that is fucking harassment right here, dude, my guy. So you're basically just twisting your own words, making think that you're gonna hurt these people just because to make you feel better? You're so lucky that if whoever is in your town right now would have called the authorities with this info, oh, you would probably go to jail for life for this behavior. Because unlike you, we had to deal with somebody who did a little bit similar what they did, except they're into like a lot of red flag materials that we're not going to discuss because this is not relevant. Because this involves you, Connor. This involves you.
You're that bad of a person. You and your friends...
Then we got this one, which we have more info on. That's it. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Oh, great. So, yeah, it gets more worse, class. It gets more worse.
Deserve to be, I don't know, like, literally sent to jail and sent to the electric chair for all I care, because you are just that sick of a person. You are so...
Okay, so then, he also has a, Twitter, or not Twitter, excuse me, MeWe. For people that don't know what MeWe is, it's a website to where you can post your things and videos online, to where, it gets pretty, something. Then, another individual who was a victim named Martha Goldsparkle was to another individual who was attacked by Connor Meditz. So she said, "Shut the fuck up, stop trying to come back with our trust at this point. I feel like it is being pointless putting up with someone like you." So apparently she too was a victim. So, okay, so now that concludes that. Okay. So if I find this thing on MeWe, I'll block it if I can. So I'll keep that in mind. So, okay.
Oh, fucking...
Then next we come across another post. "I will kick your ass if you bring that up again. I don't want people to think I'm a lowlife and a menace of society because of you fuckers like you. Did you do this, bitch? You son of a bitch." Oh, jeez. Okay. That's from Family Guy. Okay. Haha, funny.
Pathetic. You are so evil. You don't even like me for any good reason.
Here's one thing I need to ask. How is Smart Lucario evil? Like, all he fucking did on his play was to gather evidence upon your actions, and this recording is proving your actions is so bad. So, you're the one to say something when clearly these people have the right to say something and spread awareness. Isn't that coincident? So, you just made yourself look like a joke, Connor. You just made yourself look like a fucking joke.
A good reason. You're just choosing to be a one-dimensional, heartless, not caring, horrible human being. And I hope you fucking go to hell.
And for people that don't know, he also has a Discord account. Connor Meditz is right here for this guy. And apparently he made a server saying, like, I'm admitting I am a failure. I'm thinking, why would you fucking make this? If these people say they don't want to be near you because, well, again, you are basically harassing them because of no fucking reason. Isn't that coincidence?
For that. because I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. I'm done. I'm leaving. You can't make me do anything. Goodbye.
And then this is another meme that he made, so there you have it. So, yeah. So with that being said, yeah, this was basically it from that video. But there is one thing I need to say before we get to the next topic with these videos down here that we'll discover. Connor proves here that he's being a beyond low cow. So, smart Lucario, you did the right thing to say what you gotta say, and I hope you deserve better. Because, again, from all of us here that we saw, you sure as hell deserve better. That's all I can say to you. You deserve better. So, yeah. So next we come across another Connor Meditz documentary from Ben Mazza himself about his actions, behaviors. So, with that being said, we'll get to that topic, and then we'll get to that part eventually. So, viewer beware. So, here we go.
Class, you know by the title of the video, we're going to be addressing Connor once again. So yeah, if any of you have any popcorn or any favorite drinks, or for any artists out there, have your tablets ready. Before I begin, I want to make a statement real fast. For those who are wondering about why the second video is unlisted, is because after the video's release, me and my colleagues did a little investigation and figured out that the account on Twitter that made the gore artwork of myself and some of my colleagues turned out not to be Connor Meditz, but someone by the name of Sunset Watcher. So I want to make a statement for those who are still accusing Connor of posting the gore artwork on Twitter. Please stop doing that. However, despite the disinformation, Connor is still an unhinged clown that has once again acted like a fool on the internet. What do I mean, you ask? Well, let's begin. On the 30th of August, during the time period while I was suspended for a week and a half from work, Huey Toomore made a comment that he would not be seeing Elio given what has transpired behind the scenes productions, which for those who do not know who Huey Toomore is, he is an online critic reviewer. He reviews animated movies, whether they are 2D, 3D, etc. I like his content, and I do recommend you check out his content, but back to the topic. No less after Huey posted this, Connor, under the name of Louise Fletcher the Dreamer, accuses Huey of assault to the movie, but as you all can see on the screenshots, Huey never did so. This is typical of Connor always jumping to conclusions whether people criticize or talk about the things that he likes or criticizes him in general, and justifiably, Huey confronted Connor. This got to the point that I had to inform Huey Toomore of Connor's behavior, which I provided the link of my first video on Connor to give Huey Toomore a bit of context of what Connor's been doing. And boy, did Connor lose his shit. And accused me of Huey of apparently calling his mom fat and ugly. As you all can see during my conversations with Huey, we never said anything about his mom. And he even tried to play stupid and not knowing what the hell I'm talking about when I told him he refused to take accountability. He's basically being a typical online troglodyte who can't seem to grasp reality. And if you think that that wasn't bad enough, he decided to run his mouth on DeviantArt. As you all could see, this is kind of laughable and it's kind of sad at the same time. And it gets better, class. When I made a tweet calling him out and mentioned on his other Twitter account about his so-called apology means jack shit, that he was going through a big change in his life, oh boy, he really lost his shit. And no surprise that he would delete his Twitter page, and hopefully you thought that was the end of it, right, class? Nope. He made a new profile on Blue Sky as well as YouTube by the name of HATI Productions, and went to my comment sections of my review on Return of Jafar and commented this crap in the comments and accuses this individual that has a critical opinion about the Disney company using recycled animation of anti-Disney woke / hater? How the fuck does having a critical opinion about a company's reuse of animation make Connor jump to that conclusion, you are wondering? Simple, class. Connor is angry because somebody has a critical opinion about things that he likes, and he's being a little butthurt little cunt, all because someone has a critical opinion. Hate to break.
I also want to point out the way he said "angy." Okay, that really got my interest. I thought, oh great, you're using my term. He's an angry boy. He angry boy, angry. Okay, that's pretty laughable. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. Nice work on that, Ben. Nice work.
Break this to your delusional bubble, Connor. People are entitled to their critical opinions, whether it makes you upset or not. You're once again accusing people with no proof, all because they heard your little feelings or talk about something that you like because it makes you fucking petty and stupid, which is typical of you, Connor. You could talk online all you want, but when you get your ass confronted in a call, well, let's see how you handled your confrontation with Spanish Giovanni, shall we?
Come on, boy. What do you got for me? You say I'm Hitler. Prove it. Come on. Come on.
You just.
Come on, spoof boy.
I don't want to get into this right now. This is toxic.
Yeah, because you're a bitch. That's why. Come on. I don't care if you're recording this right now or not. You're a bitch, Connor. And also, too, I love this. You don't learn from any of your fuck-ups, do you?
Dude, I do learn. I am literally taking a break
No, you
right
don't.
now.
You're a fucking bitch. You don't learn nothing. Shut your bitch ass up. You're a bitch, Connor. You can sit there, like, you can say it all you want. You suck. Okay, I have another question for you. Who in the Adventure Team community have I attacked? Who have I attacked? Come on. Yeah, and you said that I did. You said all I did was go after spoofers. So that was a lie, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
No, you're fucking not, bitch boy. You don't try to fucking walk it back. Come on. You're talking this shit now. Talk it to my fucking face, you little bitch. You're the one who's fucking stupid, you goddamn retard. You can sit there and talk all the shit you fucking want. And yeah, you called me an ableist. And yeah, I'm glad you know that I'm more able-bodied than you. Congratulations. I'm glad we can come to that conclusion, friend. No, I'm sorry. You've talked a boatload of shit. And now that you're in here, you're like a whipped puppy bitch. Now that I'm here, talk your shit. Come on, son. Or do you have to be behind a keyboard in order to do it?
I'm not getting into this. Hold on.
You're a fucking joke. That's what you're...
Annoying.
No, it's okay. You came the fucking at me. I didn't come after you for no reason, fuck boy. You came after me. Shut the fuck up. You lying little nip. You came at me crashing out because I fucking made fun of you. Shut the fuck up. Trying to twist the fucking narrative. How dare you? God, you are such... Yeah, as I fucking thought. Get your fucking bitch ass wrecked, motherfucker.
Wow, you clearly have no fucking backbone, do you, you pussy-ass troglodyte? You can't even handle a confrontation on call with Spanish Giovanni. Said you could talk on Twitter, but when you get called out in a call and get your ass grilled, you have no spine and act like a pussy-ass bitch and run away from your problems. Oh, wait, class, it gets better. Remember earlier where Connor ran his mouth on DeviantArt? Well, when Huey made a warning post about Connor's yet new account on DeviantArt, not fucking surprised that he would make a new account, not surprised. He even fucking tried to use autism as a shield yet again.
So, yep, that proves right there he's still at it, ladies and gentlemen, in class. So, he's still at large doing the same shit. So, yeah, it gets more intense.
This is getting to the point where I lost my patience with this fucking clown, especially when I knew when he was commenting to somebody else in my review video that had nothing to do whatsoever to him or the Adventure community. Instead of being a man of taking accountability and moving on with his life, or even having the balls to confront me himself. So enough was enough. I decided to make a community tab post, and as you all could see, I did not hold back whatsoever. And how does he respond? Well, as you can see, he tries really hard to make himself a victim, and how I apparently claim he is making fun of his autism and abusing the people I call out, which that's a load of crap. And he didn't even pay the fuck attention to what I said about using autism as a means to get out accountability whenever he gets confronted about his actions online, as you all can see in my replies. This is typical of Connor using autism as an scapegoat of his unhinged behavior, and it fucking pisses me off to the point. And as you all can tell by the tone of my voice, I am really trying really hard not to lose my patience in the video. And
you know, you and me both there, Ben Mazza. You and I can actually agree on one thing. We both hate him, so, yeah. So, oh, and Creation too. So, you could say the three of us here agree with one thing. We... three of us hate Connor, so, hey, we have a good opinion there.
as you all could see in my replies, I was not having any of that bullshit excuse, and that's why the point of this video is being made. I want you all to know and see of how not to act like Connor, who jumps to conclusions, harasses people, and going as far as stalking them and accusing them of being cyberbullies and calling people ableists, narcissists, abusers, and stalkers when he himself has done so for over a year now. He is really self-projecting really strongly, and it has shown a lot throughout his actions and behavior online. And Connor, you want to know why people don't believe your sorry sob stories, or why no one believes you for apparently going through this big change in your life? Simple. I want you to pay very fucking close attention to this very carefully, you special needs clown. Your actions, as well as your inability to take accountability, refusing to face consequences of your actions, and your continuous behavior online tells a different story. It tells us you are not sorry at all and trying to play victim when you are not. You continuously go after myself and many other people that criticize the things you like. You continually harass people and make accusations without any evidence provided to prove your case. And when you get confronted, you try to play stupid and try to deny the fact that you have done nothing wrong, despite the fact that there is evidence numerous times on the internet that says otherwise. You could go over an online reviewer just because he says that he doesn't want to watch a movie given what has been transpiring behind the scenes of said movie. You claim people are narcissists, enablers, and ableists. You accuse me of being a ringleader without any evidence to provide that claim. You even fucking told someone that you would fucking rape and murder them, and you have done the exact same things you accuse of people of doing. And you wonder why no one believes your sorry sob stories, that you're going through this apparent change in your life, because your actions speaks volume, especially when your behavior with Huey 2 more on DeviantArt. The fact that you're trying to make yourself a victim and try to say that Huey was the one harassing you is fucking laughable, and I love the fact that he put you in your fucking place and gave you a reality check and stated the same thing that I'm gonna say here in this video. You are not a victim. You try to make people be the bad guy despite the fact that you yourself are one. The fact that you refuse to take accountability, the fact that you would blame people, including myself, for your actions that you have done online yourself doesn't make people feel sorry for you.
You know, that literally describes the same situation from another individual who has done something a little bit similar to that, but I forgot their name, but it doesn't really involve them anymore because, again, it's not relevant, so yeah. But I get for what Ben Moz is talking about, so yeah, you really need to self-reflect, Connor. You really do.
Nor do they believe your so-called apologies. And by the way, you still haven't explained yourself about this community tab from your old account from my previous video, because the comment alone is very suspicious and makes people question who you support and who you defend. Yeah, didn't think anybody has forgotten that, have you?
That's literally like supporting a white knight for all I care, so that's all I can say for this point. So,
still have to answer for that, Connor. By the way, stop fucking using autism as a shield and an excuse for your actions.
Exactly my point, Ben. Exactly my point, bro. Thank you. Finally, for someone who has my theory, so thank you for reading my mind. Thank you.
I have ADHD as well as autism, but I do not act petty and be foolish online as you do. You use it as an excuse to make people feel sorry for you and to avoid any consequences of your actions online. Nope, that's not happening. What you do on the internet stays on the internet. Whether you choose to act foolish online, stop using autism or any form of disability as a means to get out of accountability, Connor. That is very insulting to everybody on the spectrum. How dare you use that to excuse your behavior? You wonder why people do not believe you, or why people don't buy the I'm in the middle of a big change in my life bullshit. Is because your actions on Twitter, Blue Sky, as well as here and on DeviantArt speak a different statement. When someone tells you to fuck off, it means to fuck off.
Yeah, and that also means you need to leave them alone before karma's gonna get you. But when people just do it the complete opposite, they get what they deserve to where they get terminated. So I recommend you probably do the same thing right now, Connor, if I were you. I'd say leave the fucking platform before you get mass reported, because somebody will have the audacity to mass report your account to where you're gonna get terminated. So if you don't want your channel to get terminated, then I advise you to take down your shit, leave the fucking platform, and never exist ever again. You sick and fucking creep.
If someone tells you no, you accept no as an answer and move on with your petty life. If you even have a life, given how you fucking live in a fucking basement with your mommy, cleaning to her and letting her fight your battles and being glued on the goddamn computer screen 24/7 like a deadbeat fucking loser. Not fucking surprised.
Okay, just the freaking computer behind the screen thing. That made me think about another individual that I know that we had last covered did the same thing. So you're literally like the same level as these people now, huh, Connor? I wonder why. I'm really generally not surprised there, really, at this point.
Newsflash, buddy, your mommy cannot protect you forever, and sooner or later she will kick your ass out of the house. How is your cringe behavior gonna make sure you have a roof over your head and clothes in your back? How is the cringe shit you do online gonna pay the fucking bills? Simple. They do not. I have said this multiple times, so I will say it again. Get a job, stop being a deadbeat fucking loser that lives in mommy's basement, and live an actual life. And try not to play victim when someone like me or anyone else puts you in your fucking place and tells you to fuck off the internet and live an actual life. You're not a victim as you try to make yourself out to be in these screenshots. And I'm not sorry for calling you a stupid ass, because you are a stupid ass. And
I'm gonna be honest for what Ben said. I think those are true facts about Connor. Those are true facts. So, W for Ben Mazza.
I love how you try to put words in my mouth when I never said of you making fun of your autism. If you paid the fuck attention, Connor, since I made this very fucking clearly in the comment sections, because you are clearly a mentally deficient clown that makes me question if your parents were related before they were married. I have said to stop using autism as an excuse. I never said anything about you making fun of your autism, which, yeah, class, he has a habit of playing stupid yet again, which I really think that this clown really needs psychological help, which I have to press X for doubt given who we're talking about. What is the moral of the story, class? Well, moral of the story is do not be like Connor Meditz, because people like them are clearly unhinged clowns that need psychological help and will refuse to take accountability, refuses to accept the consequences of their actions, and will try to play victim when they're clearly not, and self-projecting. The fact of the matter is that these kind of people do not deserve the light of day. If anyone has any encounters with these kind of people, just block and report them, because they do not deserve the light of day and they do not deserve any attention that they crave so dearly.
I will have to agree with Ben Maz on that one. Like, they don't deserve my attention and my forgiveness for sure, because after the shit that I've seen with most people out there that I will be covering eventually in the future when I have enough info, they will get what they deserve, and the Adventure Team community alone will crumble to dust for sure. And I only say this just for a word of mine, because I've already seen how the Adventure Team community is, and it's already sickening to the point of view, and I'm so thankful that I'm not a part of that community anymore. So I'm so thankful for Creation for dragging me out of there before it was too late. So thank you, Creation, for also getting me out of there. So I want to thank you, personally. So yeah, so I get where Ben Moz is going with this point, but yeah, good point.
This is by far going to be the last video I will discuss of Connor, because at this point, I have better shit to do than to deal with an online clown that refuses to take accountability and refuses to take no for an answer. And Connor, I don't give a rat's ass how you feel after this video. I don't give a shit if you're angry at Toucan Sam because Toucan Sam is mean. Your emotions mean shit to me. I don't give a fuck. You brought
I'm gonna agree with him on that. Yeah, rotten hell.
This upon yourself. You refuse to take no for an answer. You refuse to face accountability and facing the consequences of your actions online. And you could deny this all you want, but you know that everything that's been said about you, that everything that people have told you is validated and truth. And either you can reflect and try to fix yourself and improve yourself and live an actual life and get a job and be a functioning human being. But given who I'm talking to, I have to press X for doubt. So moral of the story, class, do not be like Connor Meditz, because you will regret it.
And that is a fact. That's true. Never be like Connor, because you will regret it dearly. Even for any people who is associated with the community, don't be like them. As I said many times in my Talkshow at Night episode premieres about these people, do not end up like them, because you will regret it dearly.
That's all I have to say for this video. I will post any updates for my upcoming review soon, given that the holidays are going to be around the corner after Halloween this month, but we're going to have to wait and see. If you like this video, please like the video, please share, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I am Ben Mazza. May the force be with you all, and take care. Hello class, post edit Ben Mazza here. During the production of this video, while I was at work on the 17th, I received a Twitter notification of an individual by the name of the Aurora Warrior that posted screen caps of their interactions with Connor on Discord. And as you can see in the screenshots, Connor was running his...
Oh, the Aura Warrior. That is the smart Lucario, if I'm right. Oh no. So apparently this is where Connor decided to be more offensive now. Okay, so that's more info on our plates, class. Look at this. So it says here as Connor, aka Alan Jones, UTP, and more, says, "You are full of shit. You just had to be a whiny selfish brat and make me look bad once again. I hate you." No, I hate you because you used a white slur. Secondly, you failed to realize after I found you deactivated your career DA account for prostrating Toonmore. You seriously think I'm a lolcat just because I can't seem to do anything right for once? That's bullcrap. At least I finally left this shitty ass website because you ruined it all for me. Oh, jeez, dude. The way that you point fingers at the smart Lucario for this kind of behavior. And I'm gonna be honest with this, but okay, just like I said, be honest with me. So be honest. This just proves that freaking Mr. Weasel Connor the Weasel here, proves that he's basically trying to make himself look like a fucking innocent kid, when clearly he's not. He's a grown-ass man. I don't know if he's in his mid-20s or mid-30s. I don't know. Can somebody, like, confirm me his age if their description down below if they wish? Then, like I said, they can if they wish, but if they want. But, again, they don't have to. But I just want to be civil and be clear of, like, how old he is, so I at least will know how old he is. But, yeah, just seeing this got more interesting, folks. So it got more interesting.
His mouth yet again, trying to self-project and trying to play victim and trying to play stupid of...
Oh, okay. So it gets more, okay. So it says, which is a huge chance you are not likely to be hired for any job if you keep doing this again. Yes. That's not how the idiot works, adult. He meant to say idiot, so he forgot to put an I there, so good spelling error, douchebag. Good fucking spelling error. Not to mention, you attempt to rape someone on Discord. It's you that you don't know how the internet works. Okay, I like how freaking the smart Lucario used the Uno reverse card on him. Okay, that's actually fucking smart. You know, if Patrick was here, that actually would be so funny to see. Okay, I like the game there, Lucario. Okay, that's cool. But the only funny thing is, since we're on Talkshow night, we're both Lucarios. Okay, that makes it more funny. So we got 3 Lucarios in the group. So, hey, look at that.
Claiming that that's not how the internet works, what Aurora Warrior was grilling his ass, but yet that's pretty funny because he doesn't know the damn definition of how the internet works himself.
I think I want to confirm, like, he said Aurora Warrior. I think you meant to say the Aura Warrior, but it's okay, but I get where you're coming from, but don't worry. I'm not saying you said it in a bad term, Ben Mazza, so like I said, don't take it seriously. I get where you're coming from. It's called the Aura Warrior, but however you want to pronounce it, it's up to you. Okay, I'm not going to get mad for you for that, so okay. So, fair point, okay.
Then he went as far as trying to say that he's capable.
Okay, so then next he keeps going like, I'm capable of changing, you know, and yet you all think that I'm a riot in a mental asylum. Asylum? Wait a minute. You said asylum with 2 S's. Asylum. Okay. Oh no, that's actually funny. Bro. That's actually funny. He said asylum with an ASS. Asylum. Oh, my stupid Atkins. How the hell you think that I don't deserve any sympathy ever again? I'm sorry, I can't resist that word. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, and then next, the Aura Warrior, aka Lucario, says, lies, I don't see you changing. Then he goes, alright, you don't want to know the truth? How about you come at me, bro? How about you post a picture of yourself? I dare you. I triple dog dare you to hunt me down and murder the crap out of me. And then next he said, what the fuck? So, yeah, so that proves that he's losing himself quite more. So, youch. This got bad, folks. This got bad.
Of change, which we already have discussed that earlier in said video. And then he went as far as...
And then next he gets to this part. Okay, I'm gonna read this out loud again. Dude, I try to take accountability for my actions in real life, and yet you don't seem to care enough. You live through the thought that I am a failure in life and that I will never quote unquote change. When really I haven't time. And you know what? Maybe I do deserve to be called out because I don't have cared enough about YouTube at that point of thinking I live on as a hobby. And now it has cost me on my own lifestyle and my own future of being successful in real life. I really am a big fat dumbo. Then he says, making excuses if you call me fat. You are really on thin ice. Stop saying that I'm making excuses. What makes you think I'm doing that? You really think you're really on thin ice? Are you still making excuses? Wow. Okay, yep, he's still playing the fucking victim card here. Okay. Yep, it gets more worse, folks. It gets more worse.
Threatening Aurora Warrior to come at him and wish harm on him, which Aurora Warrior in this chat's never said anything about harming Connor whatsoever, which again, Connor is that delusional. But it gets worse, class. In the next screenshot, he actually doxed himself in the
Oh, jeez. Say something to the class. Oh, shit.
group chat. Yes, you see it in this censored screen cap that Connor doxed himself in a Discord DMs. This is definitely careless, negligent on Connor's part. He basically just put himself as well as his family at risk. What if potential beings that do wish ill intent with Connor, that if they get this information, they could cause harm on him and his family? Like, Connor, do you not even have that capacity to think? You clearly didn't think this through because what you just did was completely dumb. I know I'm repeating myself, class, but this is a perfect example of what not to do on the internet, especially if you get upset over people criticizing you or people calling you out on your actions online. This is not a good example of doxing your personal information to a random person on Discord. This is completely not safe and extremely dangerous. And again, Connor, what if this is the wrong person that you gave this personal information to? What if this toxic individual comes to your home and attacks you or your family? Did you not even think of the consequences for that? But I don't think you do, given how you've been acting lately.
He never will learn his place, Ben. I'm gonna be honest. He never will learn his fucking place. And he never will. So, I'm just gonna say this now. He just became a low-like cow who just basically just wants to be forgiven and just be put out of his place. So, I just don't like where this is gonna go, but yet again, it's just bad.
So, moral of the story, class, if you encounter these types of people, just block and report them and do not engage with them whatsoever. Do not engage with Connor Meditz and just don't even give him the satisfaction of day. And if you cannot handle people's criticism about you or handle people's critical opinion about things that you're into or the things that you like, then stay the fuck off the internet, because you clearly do not belong on the internet if you have this kind of unhinged behavior that Connor Meditz has. This is a perfect example of not to act online and how you need to make sure you be careful of who you associate with, be careful of the community that you're a part of that allows this said behavior, and be careful about who your friends are, and be careful of the people that you follow or follow you. With that being said, class, try to stay safe and take care.
So then, yeah, that was the end of that. So... And then just the rest of it's just basically like a gameplay, so that's all it's on here. So I want to put in some theory into this. After hearing all of that, it just got pretty bad to the bone for all the shit he just put himself through and attacking the smart Lucario for this let me phrase that. Putting self-harm to smart Lucario for this kind of behavior is very sickening. And it's not funny to me no more. Like, this got real bad instantly. Like, fiercely. It really has.
I really did not want to make this video, but it's gotten to the point that I had to address a few things, because given how this individual that I will discuss shortly has been running his mouth, and from what I've seen, I have an obligation to address this and call out a few things that need to be called out.
Okay, so this one's another documentary upon his actions that I would like to share to you, class, so that way you guys can understand his theories about his actions. So, like I said, just don't harass and attack this people we call out, because this is just for showcase purposes only. Because, like we talked about, we're just showing all this info so that way the class here can actually share some like info upon their actions and stuff like that. That way they know what's really going on behind the scenes. So that way they know. So like I said, viewer beware. Here you go.
Before I begin, I want to make a disclaimer here that there will be mentions of narcissist claims, endorsing abuse allegations, and suicide baiting in this video. If these certain topics make you uncomfortable, I advise you to watch with discretion. And with that being said, you've been warned. Let us begin. This is CTC Productions, or as he now goes by as Peter Stone, the conductor. I encountered this individual when he made a comment in my stream of the Adventure Team community needs to get a live podcast. Mind you, this stream was made almost a decade ago, but he commented on my stream on December 4th of 2023. I did talk about this in both the streams as seen here, and the links of said streams can be found in the description if you wish to watch both of them. But in the second stream, when Cosmic asked the question of if CTC Productions thought I was encouraging abuse and harassment, he said yes.
I asked where Ben has incited harassment and bullying, and as far as I can tell from what you have just said, which was right at the beginning, it was from his video title. Is that what the answer was?
Yes, the video title.
As many of my colleagues and acquaintances and friends know of my content, I do not endorse nor do I encourage any form of harassment. Even if I have a disdain for a toxic community that is proven to be toxic, I do not wish any harm or any individual of said community. I made this clear multiple times in the majority of my content, but according to this moron, I endorse it. What a stupid logic, don't you think? And soon afterwards, he ran his mouth on Twitter in 2023. For those who want to see it, it is available on my Twitter page for more context. Afterwards, things have been quiet, but as you all know, I commented about my eviction situation during November of last year, and lo and behold, this moron decides to run his mouth and disregarding that the post is about myself explaining my situation and that I want to spend the holidays with my family. He uses it as an opportunity to give a toxic community a second chance. Let me educate you all on this. That is unacceptable behavior. You do not use anyone's situation as means of personal agenda. That is scummy behavior, and I justifiably responded so, and I was not holding back because I made it clear what he was doing is unacceptable. And boy, was he pissed about it and completely ignored everything I have said in my response. I mean, this clown has cotton candy stuck in his ears and caramel apples in his eyes because he's not paying attention to anything that I or any one of my associates or even people in general have been saying towards him. He ran his mouth again on Twitter in January of this year, as well as the last month of February. Again, all the screenshots and responses of him are available on my Twitter posts. This shows what kind of person he is and completely assumes the worst of people. What do I mean by this, class? Well, for starters, he accuses me of being a heartless narcissist, which a lot of my associates and those who follow me know that is the most ridiculous thing to say about me. I will openly admit, I am a grouchy asshole. I'm a prick at times, and I can be a bit of an antisocial recluse. My associates will agree with this. I am an asshole, antisocial prick, but a narcissist is not one of them. If I'm so heartless that you accuse me of being CTC, then why the hell am I making public awareness videos on predators that have been preying on children, have been exposed to doing so, and trying to make sure that children are safe online? I could simply answer that for you, class. He thinks Toucan Sam is mean because Toucan Sam does not encourage or tolerate toxic behavior in a community that has been proven over and over again to be toxic that this motherfucker is a part of. Sorry to break it to you, Sonny Jim, that's not how it works. People are allowed to address toxic individuals that need to be addressed. You cannot dictate who they can or cannot call out. That is not how reality works. And by the way, class, do you remember my first stream about him as mentioned earlier? Well, he uses autism as an excuse and tried to justify his stupidity online. Let me educate you all real quick on this, real fast. Having autism, ADHD, Asperger's, epilepsy, or any form of disability does not excuse you or try to justify your stupidity or you being negligent, degenerate, or idiotic online. There is no excuses for that. I'm on the spectrum, as you all know, and I do not use autism as a shield for my stupidity. If I do anything stupid, I will hold myself accountable. This clown thought that using this excuse can make people brush his stupidity to the side, which unfortunately did not work too well on his end. Not to mention, class CTC decided to have a go at Spanish Giovanni, and my god, he made himself look like even more of a fool. If you guys want to see that interaction, it's on Twitter. So again, he did deactivate his account back at last month of February, and we assumed that that was the end of it. Nope. No less than a few days ago, he posted this community tab on his channel. Let's have a read, shall we, class?
Admitting my wrongdoings and exposing my abusers. I have been through all kinds of trauma and mental anxiety, but no one ever really conflicted with this one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, over the last few months, I've mainly been harassed and abused by a bunch of jerks who think that spoons are a disgrace.
I also want to say the way that he's speaking like that, okay, that's actually funny. Like, I do something like that when it comes to people who need to be called out when it comes to their topics, but still, this is actually funny. I actually like this. This is pretty funny. I like it.
A disease. And as much as I try to reason with them about nothing, talking extremist and heartbreaking crap about them, they unfortunately won't listen. Because they are too selfish, corrupt, and overly incompetent to even mess with me. And because of that, it most cost me my own life and reputation as a human being. And for that, I'm truly sorry. I'm so sorry for getting extremely upset and butthurt just because they simply just don't understand or get into the stuff me and the others do for a hobby. And I know that not all of you will agree with me. I just hope sometime you can put this insanity behind us both and just move on in this life. But until then, that's not entirely indifferent. So with that being said, I'm gonna be taking a little break to cool down and focus on more important things like college, art, and other things I want to do in life. However, I'll be back sometime next month to work on more important things on this channel as well. So I hope you understand. Plus, this might be the last time I talk about the Mr. Amazing Dude, Dragon Class 757, Zan the Gamer 21, Jetta Griffin Pictures, and Buzzy Trombone 4353. Because as much as I know what I'm doing was right, I do feel like I was also in the wrong for being insane and toxic bullcrap above me and others. So like I said, I just really hope things will get better on both sides, but for now, I'm gonna take a break and relax for a while. I hope you all understand, and I'll see you next month. Peter Stone, formerly ZTC Productions.
I like that. It's just the end all I heard was that's okay, I like that. Okay, that actually makes me feel better. That's funny. I like that.
Okay, there's a lot that I'm going to address in this community tab alone, but that's not what's interesting, class. In the comments of this post is the reason why I decided to make a video about this, because this individual has made misinformation and allegations against me without any proof. For example, accusing me of apparently being a ringleader and knowing these individuals that he has mentioned on both the community tab as well as the comments between him and Avery. Let me make this abundantly clear. I do not know any of these individuals that CTC is on about, that I apparently know these people he mentioned. I've never interacted with these people. I've never been associated with them. I'm not this supposed ringleader that this fool accuses me of doing, nor have I made a complete campaign to harass people, which again, I made it clear I do not endorse, nor do I encourage such behavior. CTC, you have this complete delusion that everybody is against you and you decide to go offline no less than a month later, come back. If anyone has an obsession, it's clearly you, because you clearly are showing an obsession and a narcissist behavior. And by the way, let me educate you what a definition of a narcissist is. And this right here shows that you are completely showing the behavior.
Narcissist, a person who is an excessive internet or an admiration of themselves. Yep, so that proves it there, class. There you go.
Throughout two of my streams. all over Twitter as well as this community tab post. And it's funny that you're accusing me of harassment, and here you are in this community tab post. It looks like you are the harasser here at Sunny Jim. And by the way, I find it pretty disgusting that you're suicide baiting in this community tab post and make it seem like that if I and these people that you have mentioned will be responsible if you ever committed toaster bath. Who the hell do you think you are to use a serious subject as suicide as an attempt to make people feel sorry for you and to back off? That is completely disgusting. You do not know what people with genuine suicidal thoughts go through, myself included, and I do not wish that on anybody. On that note, I have this to say. If any of my followers or anyone who's watching this video, if you have any suicidal thoughts or have any intentions of self-harm, I encourage you to contact the suicide hotline that I will provide in the description of this video. I urge you all to talk to someone and know that it is okay to seek help and know that you are not alone. But you, CTC, you have the audacity to use something serious as suicide as a means to gain a pity party. That is disturbing and disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself. However, if you really do have suicidal thoughts, I'm urging anyone who knows CTC's real name and his address, etc. I'm urging you all to contact his family, because if he's seriously, genuinely having these kind of thoughts, he shouldn't be online. He should be admitted to a suicide watch so that way he'll get the proper treatment that he needs. The fact that you make assumptions over a stream that was nearly a decade old, coming into my streams in the comments, trying to justify your behavior with autism, then on the second stream, you make asinine claims with no evidence to back up whatsoever. You run your mouth on Twitter, and then saying all the stupid shit CTC shows that you have a problem, and that I think that you should not be on the internet, period. And what's worse, you place misinformation about me, which is clearly proven not true. If anything, you're doing the exact same thing that you're accusing me or anyone that you have mentioned of doing. That makes you look foolish. And by the way, I have a question for you. What the actual fuck is this? Why the hell would you make this comment that you pretend to be okay with pedophiles? And then saying that it was a joke? Let me educate you real.
Yeah, why would you joke about that? That's what I actually want to clarify. Like, why would you joke about pedophilia? No, that's not funny. Like, as for somebody like himself thinking like, oh, it's just a joke and you should just walk it off. No, Mr. Know-It-All. No. We don't discuss this shit seriously because we know that what you said about it as a joke is not funny. Never joke about pedophilia. Never do that again. Never again.
You fucking fast, Sunny Jim. You can make joke on a lot of things, but when it
Oh, and Creation says for the question in his DMs, this is what he said to me. He said that if you wish to discuss about pedophilia on your own behalf, that's a real bad point of view from your part, and you need to justifiably turn your words to a real fact that you messed yourself up entirely. That's from what Creation told me. So you've made yourself look like a fucking joke, Connor. You made yourself look like a fucking joke.
comes to serious shit as pedophilia, that is something you do not ever joke about, because you're talking to someone that has dealt with several individuals that have been exposed to pedophilia. That is a very serious situation, and that is a fucking line that you do not fucking cross. These kinds of people that I've exposed are completely unforgiving bastards that deserve to rot in prison. You do realize that this comment makes you look bad, and it raises very questionable red flags and what your mindset is and who you enable and who you're okay with. Like, I hope you have a fucking good explanation for this, mate, because this is not looking good on you. And before you start running your mouth in the comment section saying that Toucan Sam is harassing me or that I'm bullying you, no, that is not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is calling you out on your misinformation and your unhinged behavior online.
And that's exactly what I'm doing with you there, Ben Mazza. This is exactly what I'm doing with you, dude. So, hey, at least we have one thing in common. We're calling people's actions out and not doing it for harassment or anything like that in particular. We're just doing it just to get some words out of their actions. And that's all I'm pretty much saying, especially for, like, my experiences upon them. And yeah, this is good info to share this info to people who are victims. So that way they know how they can feel about it. So that's what I'm doing. So hey, at least you're bringing up some good theories on there, Ben Mazza. So good for you, dude.
I have stated this to you on Twitter, but clearly you weren't paying attention. I never mentioned you all aside from Twitter at February. I made that clear to my associates, but after all this is getting to the point that you continue to mention me, you continue to place misinformation about me, all because Toucan Sam is being mean to a community that you are a part of. Well, let me rephrase, I used to be a part of. And Toucan Sam grilled your ass and put you in your fucking place multiple times. And to think that was not bad enough, 16 days ago, you accused Huey Turnmore with no evidence, and when he answered and put you in your place, as seen here, you have a serious problem, CTC. I'm telling you, you need to get off the internet and talk to a therapist, touch grass, and get an actual life. Now, what I mean by getting an actual life, because you clearly think that is harassing you, what I mean by getting a life means that you should go outside, go to college that you say that you're going to in the community tab, get a job, be productive, interact with real people, not random strangers on a computer. I generally want you to be productive and not be glued on a computer 24/7. And the fact that you're trying to use autism as a shield for your unacceptable behavior is disgusting. As Avery and even the Cinnamon Roll Flutter Rio has mentioned to you in these comments here, that I'm on the spectrum too, yet I actually have a life, I actually touch grass, I have a job, and having to pay hefty bills because it's called adulting. And given how you admitted that you were 19 at the time of the second stream, which by my estimation, you're in your 20s. You can have a job and you can be productive with your life and probably help your parents that you're still living with. It's called adulting, son. Use it. But the issue is CTC doesn't seem to grasp the concept. When people tell him what he's doing is not okay, he ignores what people tells them. He takes things out of context. And what's worse, he accuses people with no evidence when asked to prove his claims. No surprise, he doesn't do so. And making assumptions saying this kind of comment shows this, it's not helping him whatsoever. It's making him look foolish and giving people ammunition against him. I want to clarify, I do not wish harm, nor do I wish any ill intentions with CTC. What I'm trying to do in this video is to clarify the misinformation that he has said towards me, and I felt obligated to address this because he has to understand that people are entitled to speak about a toxic community that needs to be talked about, and he shouldn't make false information about an individual just because they didn't agree with their opinions or because their opinions did not change over the past decade. The reason why I'm saying this is because, again, I have had experiences with the offensive community, CTC, and I'm telling you from my personal experience that the community is completely toxic.
And I'm gonna agree with him on that. That toxic is, that community is completely toxic as it is. So I'm gonna agree with him on that. It is bad. I already told you this before. We've been there. It's bad.
Individuals in said community is toxic. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not talking out of the fucking blue. I had experiences, and I'm telling you that it is toxic, and the fact that you're running your mouth making these claims, saying all this stupid shit on the internet is not helping your case, CTC. You shouldn't act foolish or say questionable things online. It makes you look bad, and it just proves mine and many others' points that you have mentioned of what they say about you. Like, you're accusing them of doing this, but yet you're doing the exact same thing. Please reflect and grow to be better, CTC. This is the only advice I am giving you, and if you refuse to take it, then I've said what I need to say. Hopefully, class CTC will reflect on his behavior, and I do generally think he needs to focus on his education that he said he's attending. He needs to seek a therapist, get a job, and touch grass, and live an actual life outside the internet. I am hoping that this is the last time I will ever have to address about this individual, but I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt. My advice to all my audience, please do not be like CTC Productions or Peter Stone, the conductor, because this kind of behavior is unacceptable. It is disgusting, it is degenerate, and it's purely negligent on his part. And I do think he needs to seek help. And by the way, I find it completely appalling that you would say this shit to an individual as well. Yes, class, you're reading this correctly. He basically told this individual that he will commit the R word and murder this person afterwards. This is completely unacceptable behavior, and I seriously think he needs to seek therapy, and I do think more importantly he needs to seek Christ, because what he is doing and the way he's acting is not acceptable. And again, do not be like CTC or Peter Stone, the conductor class, because people like him are negligent, careless, degenerate, and more importantly, they're just not worth it. With that being said, class, I am Ben Mazza. May the force be with you all, and take care.
So yeah, so there's that for you, class. There is one more thing I want to share for you guys. This one's from like one of his live streams that he pointed out, but I'll get to where he actually comes into the call to where it gets pretty bad real fast. So I'll get to that. So I'll try to get to where he first joins and stuff like that. So I'll get there. Give me a second. Because it was like during the time I was like, if I can find it, that is. I don't know. Trying to find it. Oh, wait a minute. I think it happens right around the fight. Oh, right here, class. Here we go. This is where he actually enters the call. So here we go.
Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry about first off, before any of you complain about what recently happened over on YouTube, I like to apologize and I'm sorry. Again, what I did was wrong. And yes, I wasn't even thinking of what I was gonna say, so and what I just said was very offensive and I'm sorry about that.
I mean that's fine. I asked you here because there is a question that you have not answered from the very first stream a few days ago, if you remember. Because as far as I am aware, in that stream chat, Ben was going on about a comment that you had made, if I remember rightly. Ben, feel free to fact check me on this. This is the one time I'll allow somebody to come in to this conversation, I promise, just in case I'm incorrect, so we can fact check me. But I believe you were saying that Ben was inciting toxicity and harassment / bullying. Am I correct on that?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, now shush.
Okay,
Great.
now shush.
So I want to know, where was Ben inciting harassment and bullying?
Well, he recently posted a video called "The Avenger Team Needs to Get a Life," and as much as I understand the concept that, again, the Avenger Team community has gone a little bit from this to that and whatever from especially with Ralphie, if you definitely remember, he was definitely not what you would expect for being a good person. So yeah, he's very terrible. But thankfully, we have moved on from him. That was the point I was trying to get out with. But again, I did feel like what you said. I was mean to say this, but what you said about the vegetarian community getting a life seems a little bit too far. It's a little bit outdated, if you know what I mean. I mean, yes, we do suffer from a little bit of problems whenever it be from
There's one thing I want to point out from this stream that really pissed me off is when he basically thinks oh, everything's gonna be just fine to talk things out, when clearly, you do know, if Ben here is actually upset with you, you know that if you showed up uninvited without you knowing, you know that you pushed his limit. So, if he says that he does not want you there, he does not want you in the stream. But Cosmic invited you to this freaking call to ask you some serious questions about this topic and why you support this community. And these people here in the chat here are against the vegetarian community. They all are against it. So, who's to say that you're the one to speak of, Connor? Who's to say you're speaking of this? Huh? Why didn't you explain it here, boy? Why didn't you explain it here right now, huh? It's not so funny when it's about you now, huh? Now you know how I feel.
recent connections with Ralphie and him getting
My question is, why the fuck are you friends with that little shit? For people that don't know, in which we will do a serious topic about the Loud House. For people that don't know, the Loud House is also another priority on my hands that me and Creation will discover eventually. And there is some things that I would like to share about the Loud House that I would like to explain before we get to that episode the next time we do. But we have found some histories upon the Loud House community that were really majorly red flag material. And there was like one of the main creators that basically made accusations about things that were really red flag material, and it got so bad for most people that were still a fan of it. And I'll just say the Loud House got really, really bad. Like, it got so bad to where I think it's very sickening to that point of view. And oh my lord, it's bad. Like, golly, it's bad to me. So yeah, so I want to point that out.
Pussy and like getting us make us look bad and whatever. And not only that, but we also have like a bunch of. I recently got in trouble with a bunch of like random trolls and basically a bunch of cyberbullies. Cyberbullies or trolls, as you like to call them, because again, they're. I'm pretty sure their only business is like them just being jerks and like trying to force me or someone to get off the internet and like get a life or something in the rudest way possible. And I'm sorry, but as much as I understand that, I don't want to, get into more. Thankfully, I did cut ties with that, and I am trying to move on. But the fact that the trolls are still like, or cyberbullies are still being like a bunch of dicks, I guess, are kind of unreasonable for me.
Right. So, I completely like I don't think I heard an answer to my question. This isn't being disrespectful, by the way.
I'm just gonna skip forward because I want to get to where he actually gets called out, to where he actually gets caught on 4K. So I'll get to that point. So give me a second, class. I just gotta get to that point. So give me a second. Let's see. I think it goes right. I think here. Let me just check. Hold on.
And I don't appreciate you making assumptions like that.
Oh, yep. This is where he lost his shit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me get to that point. Hold on. Let me just. Like, there was this one thing that happened where basically for people that don't know, this is where in this stream here, Cosmic made a good point saying, like, warning, Ben is not happy, like, knowing that he's really fucking pissed with this. Like, oh no. Believe it or not, I've heard his anger before, and oh, you don't want to mess with his buttons. He gets very fucking pissed. So I'll get to that point. So give me a second.
It's on you. I think this is on you.
Yes,
But
I think that's
Ben-
the problem.
Right. So, I think you need to work on yourself. But Ben has things to say. Warning: he's not happy.
Oh, you're
so-
damn right I'm not happy. You're damn right I'm not fucking happy. So CTC,
I would
gotta,
just say brace yourself.
yeah, you better shut the fuck up. You gotta sit there and you gotta fucking listen to me. Do you understand me?
Yes.
First of all, do not fucking make assumptions without looking into the facts. Do I make myself fucking clear?
Yes, I understand that.
I don't appreciate that you made an assumption that I encourage harassment and bullying when Cosmic just, did her little fact checks and just proved, did what she did. And for that, I thank Cosmic for that. Thank you, by the way. So, the fact that I am so fucking livid. I am livid. I don't appreciate you make it because what you just did, you made yourself look like a fucking idiot. And yes, I have the right to be angry because you made an accusation that I encourage bullying and harassment, let me make myself very fucking clear. I do not encourage that. I do not encourage people harassing people or do anything of the sort. And I do not condone my fans doing that. And I cannot control what people can or can't do on the internet. That's not
okay.
Shut up. Shut up. I cannot control people. And I don't appreciate you making assumptions like that. So let me ask you a question. Because, so why would you comment on a podcast that was made 4 years ago? And you said you looked into the stream, correct? I don't want to hear an I don't know.
And this is where he started using the I don't know term, just like in that video in that Discord call. He's using the same I don't know term just to get away from his actions. So that proves he knows that he's gonna get caught when he knows he's not gonna get far. So we all know that ain't gonna end well.
I don't want to hear that. I want the truth, and I want it now. Did you watch the entire stream? Yes or no?
Yes. I was there from the beginning to the end of the first stream.
Then what? Here's the thing, though. Give me a minute here because I'm trying to get your comment open on my phone. You say, what the hell is my point? My point is that the community that you're a part of is toxic because it encourages the toxicity of people like Ralphie and other people. Instead of holding those people accountable, and yes, I mean you hold those people accountable for their actions. That was the point of the stream. Should I have said I wish the stream, the emergency community should go to hell? Yeah, that was too far. Was I being a dick about it? Yes. But my opinion on that podcast has not changed. The community needs to be held accountable for their the community has to hold
the entire community.
The community needs to hold the people that are supposedly big accountable if they do stupid stuff. And if you find out
that's true,
then let me ask you a question. You said you and your friends have disassociated with Ralphie, correct?
Yes,
what
we
you
have
told
moved
Cosmic.
on, and
Okay, then why would you say that people like me and other people that make public awareness videos of the community cyberbullies and trolls? Why is that?
because the people who watch the videos for some reason get the awful idea to start bullying and harassing us even for past mistakes.
How is it people like me and other people's responsibility of other people's actions? How is that our responsibility? How?
I mean, Ben makes a good point there, Connor, so why don't you explain that, douchebag? Explain yourself, mister. You got some explaining to do.
I want an
Because
answer.
again, okay. I don't know how. Well, again, this is just coming from. Oh God.
I can't believe Comic harasses people.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to convince the Avenger to you all that the Avenger community,
Just like me, for real, for real. Okay.
despite everything, is not bad. But even when, but again, you're again. You're right. Some of the people in the community do need to be accountable whenever he talks or not. But again, I understand that.
I don't think you do. I really think you don't understand that. Because
I understand that.
If you did, why do you not hold people like Robbie and other people accountable? Why do you that's what I want to know. Instead of making assumptions that
I think they're afraid of getting pissed off at him or something because of
if they cannot handle criticism, if people cannot handle.
I'm just talking to some people about who are against the community.
Oh no! If I remember correctly, this is where Connor's mother walked in, going "Who are you talking to?" I thought, "Uh-oh, here comes trouble." So busted.
Again,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I think I need to hang out because my mom just busted in here and now I'm in trouble. I'm sorry. I think I need to go. Bye.
Yep, just because freaking Ben wanted to prove a point to him, but no, he got caught, so he has to ditch out the call like a rat he was. So yeah, and then this is how Ben responded.
Oh my god.
Okay, well.
Whatever.
Just
fucking whatever. Fucking
was that?
Fucking whatever. Just fucking whatever. Fucking whatever.
At least I got to the bottom.
Pissed off. I am fucking pissed off.
Well, yeah, and you have the right to be upset there, Ben. So, yeah, so with that being said, I guess that's all for this topic, for that. I think I'll probably watch this on another time when I get that chance, because I think this is where they basically call them out from that one video they did, so we don't need to discuss that. But, here we go, class. We got another topic that we're going to discuss and we have another project for you all. let's bring out the documentary upon his actions. Now let's bring it up, shall we? If I can find it, that is. Then yeah, oh, here we go. Here's the thing that we're gonna get to. So give me 1 second, I will get there. Especially for what we discussed before. Yes, we already have that already ready to go, class. So here we have it. So we're gonna get into this big slideshow that we're gonna discuss eventually. We'll try to wrap this up, women camera. We're almost at 2 hours into the stream, so I wanted to say a few things. That everything we have finally gathered upon, Connor. Yes, everything we found was red flag material, and it has to be, stated out. So let's begin, shall we? So first, we come across this one from Connor saying, "I'm not trying to get back to the community and not listen to your shitheads bullying me again. Also, what are you talking about Pakistan when they should be ashamed against their crimes, their own citizens? I'm seriously not that dumb. This is all just high stress stemming for trolls like you." When clearly, as for somebody who's been harassing a lot of people who were trying to put you out of your place, yeah, you do know that they were just trying to get some sense into your skull, knowing that what you're doing is stupid and wrong and you should be accountable for your actions. And when people call you out for that, you sat there and go like, "Oh, I'm changing and I have disability." Nobody gives a rat fuck about your fucking mental health or anything. Like, obviously, I have autism and I don't complain people like that. Like, I just basically look out for people who seek out for advice and stuff. That's all I'm doing. But just hearing all this really gets my blood boiling to where I want to fucking strangle somebody physically. But just not physically at this moment, but no, just afterwards, precisely maybe. But yet again, this is just not worth it. But anyways, but then we got to where we found out from the stream that we saw was this. This really made my blood boil, and yes, it was pretty bad. Then we came across this one from a user that I think he was getting upset with, saying, "Stop lying out of your ass and go kill yourself, you New Jersey bitch." When clearly that's too much. No, don't fucking do that. And then next we come across this one from Connor, excuse me, I almost said Colin, sorry bad. So he basically says, "I know, right? He's just bullying and trolling. At this worst, and I hope the people for this get sent to electric chair." Oh boy, yeah. Oh sure. You say that when you get karma right off the bat, dumbass. And then for people that didn't know, this is basically his old account from Illusion Pictures 79 from DNR before I got deactivated or something. "Everyone, for the love of God, just shut up. There's a lot to explain. There's a lot of enough bullcrap from users that think autistic people are meant to society. And if you think that, I'm sorry, but you all are full of shit. I know what I originally did was wrong, and how many times do me and everybody have to tell you guys I'm autistic? Full high function autism myself, and you are right that I shouldn't have been a total asshole and I never gone mad in the first place. I'm sorry for being a douche, and I really shouldn't have been like that at all or use autism as an excuse for bad behavior." When clearly, when you say you use autism as an excuse, as a shield for your actions, this makes people look like a fucking joke, especially for people who have autism, like myself, for example. Yeah, like, especially when you point fingers thinking like, "Oh, you think you're in the right," when clearly people have fucking evidence on their plates upon your actions. You do know, like, these people need to justify your actions before concluding their case. That's like if you came to court with no info and you just made up some bullshit story up your ass, thinking like, "Oh, you wish to be sympathy for the things you do and blah blah blah," when clearly you're not doing anything right. That just makes you look like a fucking joke. And as what Cosmic said, you really do need to self-reflect for sure at this point of view. So, yeah, I can't really say he's wrong on that one, so Cosmic and Ben were right about you. You are a bad influence. And then next we come across the Aura Warrior, aka the Smart Lucario, if I'm right, if that's true. So we come across here, we see, "Dude, stop it, I'm not even at all. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Then the Aura Warrior, excuse me, I almost called you the Master Aura, I'm so sorry, let me phrase that. Then, Lucario, the Aura Warrior, says, "Bruh, you never learned in almost past 2 years. You've been going on his hit list with Miss Anthropony Zaid, Magnetia Diaz Station. Don't know who they are, but I'll get to that point soon. Then next, Connor just says, "No, like I just want to be like my females." Like a certain troll that I know will do something a little bit like that. Like, okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from, fucker. You're all about spoofs in the entertainment community. Oh, cry me a river butter. Next, we come across another post from Connor's post saying like, "And you know what? I don't care. I just don't care about putting myself at risk by being bullied and abused by you ever again. I'm blocking you, and I hope I never have to hear your selfish, lazy, filthy, dirt, douchebag actions or attitude ever again. Goodbye forever, you white trash bitch." From freaking the one clip from the Willy's Wonka and the Chocolate Factory gif. That's where I know where that came from. So, okay, wow, way to ruin that. Next, we come across another one where he says, "Hey, Jimmy, did you just call an autistic woman the freaking C word? Just shit on you on, like, Trump's butthole. The heck you are supposed to be actually be even. Frank Floyd or Roger Waters? Long time no see, Connor Meditz. How is it going with living with your parents' house? Being constantly reminded that you are a disgusting walrus for hitting your sister. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, I think I know who this guy is, but I don't have much history about Buzzy, so okay. So then next we got this one and go, "So you want to go here? So that's it, because I'm not a man, baby. I hate Christians. I hate the vegetarian community, and I especially hate having autism. Yeah, are you happy now?" Okay, so when you said you hate it, do you really hate the community itself, or are you just saying it just because you want sympathy? Do you obviously hate it? For sure? Like, really? I hate it because I've seen what happened when I was a part of it, and I was groomed by somebody in there, as I discussed it on episode 1. So if you didn't recap, why don't you watch that first before you come to a conclusion, Connor? Because I said my piece of why I got groomed and why I was not associated with that community to begin with. So if you want some lore into the story, yeah, I will provide that link in the description down below if you want, Connor. So you can hear my side of the view of why I left. And I'd rather not go back to it because it already drained me enough. So there's your point of view. Then next we come across another post from Cartoon Shy from Blue Sky. I don't know who this guy is, but anyway, it says, "I know this is gonna sound crazy, but you have to help me expose a certain community for rotten or just plain evil behavior. And no, it doesn't really have to be to do with the Pooh's Adventures or any bullcrap like that." Okay, well, have it your way, Connor. Then next we come across somebody who was pointing out something about, I don't know what this was about, but this got info on my plate, so I got this. So it says, "Goodwin is a deranged Zionist or pro-genocide." I really don't know what that means, but anyway, I'm just read forward. "The fact that she's leading a children's franchise is demented. Dude, stop lying out your ass and go kill yourself, you dirty Jersey bitch." And yeah, like this got a little carried away. I'm like, no, don't fucking do that. Even if they had a point, don't fucking do it. Then next we come across more info against Riolu Lover 2004, aka the Smart Lucario, and a few others. "I swear to God, if you don't stop, I'm calling the cops on your ass and then telling them to put you in a box for the rest of your existence, you bastard. You don't deserve to be and have good things in life. After all, it's for the things you did to me, both mentally and for psychology." When clearly, how do you think calling the cops is gonna do anything? They know they can't do shit if you actually have actual proof upon them. Like, if you don't have proof, who's to say you can't really arrest them for that? They're just gonna arrest you for false information. They can do that. So don't fucking do it. If I were you, only if you have actual proof, then do what you have to do to protect yourself. But if not, then yeah, good luck. You're just gonna make yourself look like a bad influence. "What are you gonna do with me next? Mock my art when I become a famous filmmaker in the future and stuff?" Your content's still trash as it is, Connor. So don't fucking weasel your way out of this. Dude. Okay, yeah, so we read that one. Okay, so then it keeps going on, blah, blah, so that, yeah, it's more like a repeat, so don't mind it. Then we come across this, and it says, "But this is not fair. I don't want to be kicked out of the internet at all." Then they remember everything that you did, man. "I will kill myself." When this is basically where he plays the freaking ending yourself part right here, folks. So this is where it got bad. Also, Creation had pointed out one thing. Do you really think suicide baiting is going to end everything to your point of view, Connor? And this is what Creation said to you. Suicide's not going to solve anything for this point of matter. It's making you look like a bad influence to where you think playing victim is all you're going to do. And Creation here had a good point. You seeking out freaking attention just because, oh, you want people to support the Adventure Team community and the freaking Spook community that you're a part of, that you're highly gonna not get this job, is basically sickening to their point of view. And I'm gonna agree for what they say. Your stuff is constantly trash. I also want to point out one thing from your wallpaper from your new channel that you just made. The way you had Puss in Boots in there, I had no consent with that. And who's to say that you know that you're just gonna use them for disturbing influences? Like, no, fucking don't do it. Don't put my fearless hero into something that you don't want him to be a part of. And I advise you to not do it before I have a serious problem with you. And yes, I'm putting my foot down on this one. I'm done. And then we come across the DM's conversation with Mr. the Amazing Dude with the whole failure thing and stuff like that. When I don't know much of these people, like I said, but this is all I've found so far. And then, last but not least, the Riolu lover, aka the Smart Lucario, made a first meme of Connor Meditz from the one dude from the Backyardigans. And I thought this was funny. So if Creation ever wants to use this for like a funny meme, if he wants to, then he can think about it, and he'll give Smart Lucario the full credit for the idea and stuff. So this might be a first meme idea that I should have gave Creation a while back. Creation did confirm he will use it for his own meme ideas for the Adventure Team Toxic community for his own point of view. And like I said, if he wishes for anybody to do some meme ideas for the Adventure Team community, you can always let him know. I will basically have that information for you guys in the description down below if you want, or something like that. Then I'll be glad to do whatever I can. And even if you have more evidence upon Connor, then like I said, my word of advice is if you want to make sure you send your info towards me, then yeah, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be glad to look into it. And I think that's it. If I'm right, I guess. Let me check. Yep, that's it, class. So that is all for our presentation here. So yeah, with that being said, I guess that's all we got for this point of view. So yeah, there you have it. I don't know what else to say at this point, but at least we got to what we had to solve. So we have at least covered the chords for him for that point of sort of passion. So yeah. So with that being said, I don't really have much to say about Connor, but all I do want to say is that I wish that he would understand his actions the right way and not do it in a bad way, because the way that he's doing this shit right now is just basically, sickening to my point of view. So all I have to say is, Connor, you really need to self-reflect and leave these people out of their fucking business before we have a serious problem with you. And if these people here who I have covered that have info upon you, then I advise you to, one, give them a real long-ass apology showing them that you really are sorry. Or if you just want to be a complete asshole and say, oh, well, I don't deserve sympathy, and oh, I don't wish to give them forgiveness because after the shit they pulled, then that proves that you are a troll, you are a narcissist, you are a complete Karen, and you are a complete random liberal. And I'm saying liberal because I'm starting to think most people out there are acting like liberals nowadays, and as for me, I'm independent because I don't take sides to any liberal or Democrat. So that's a little side note, but I'm just not pointing out that I'm no liberal or Democrat or anything, because this is not relevant about this case. So just again, don't take this seriously. But anyway, so for my final conclusion here is, don't be like CTC Productions, aka Connor, because after the shit he just pulled up out his ass, he is a real narcissist piece of shit that needs to be put out of his fucking misery. So Connor, if you're listening to this, here's my word of advice for me to you. If you want people to listen to you and make sure what you say is true, you need to actually think before you say the things you're about to regret, because most people out there will not take you for serious gratitude, even if you have to sit on your lazy ass to think about the things you have done. You need to touch grass, get a job, live an actual life, and seek out some fucking therapy if you have to. Because most of those people said they really need you to get your fucking therapy out of your ass if you want it to go that way. Because I've seen all the information for what they have gathered upon your plates, and yeah, your stuff that you've shown us is a complete nothing burger to us all. And Creation here will not take this for granted because, again, he hates your behavior, and he too is already pissed off with you, and he's too angry to speak to you at the moment. So he said, from word of advice from Creation, he said, do not be a fucking hypocrite if you wish, and if you ever come at us because we're spreading awareness, then that proves to you that you are a fucking troll. And if we have to share this to Ben Mazza himself, he will be glad to share this information about your actions on his platform when we share this info to him. So that, like, if you attack us, then we will be victims upon your scheme as well. So if you want to fuck around and find out, then guess what? You just signed your death warrant, Connor. You just signed your fucking death warrant. So yeah, with that being said, I guess that's all I can say for this episode for you. So I guess this is the end of the Talk Show at Night episode premiere. So yeah, that's all I can say for now. So word of mine, so do not be like these people on the internet because you will regret it for sure. So with that being said, I guess this is going to be the end of our showcase here. So Creation here wishes you all have a good night, and thank you guys for tuning in. And I have been your co-host, Catalina, aka El Katrina. Bid you all good night, and I'll see you guys on the next Talk Show at Night premiere of whatever showcase we will develop next. Doesn't matter if it's the Loud House or if it's something else elsewhere. We will get to that point of view when we can, but do stay tuned for the part 3 of the Avenger Team Cringe compilation coming out this summer, because we will make an episode premiere with that along the way. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next showcase. So thank you guys for tuning in. So this has been Talk Show at Night, and I have been your co-host, Catalina, signing off. And Lucario says for his message, and don't be a creep like them, and this has been Lucario, aka Creation, signing off from Creation himself saying. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next showcase. This has been Talk Show at Night. Have a good night. Bye-bye.